Hey guys, this is Brian Howell from Saltwater Ambitions. Today I wanted to give you a quick update on the Saltwater Ambitions build itself. For those of you who might not be following the Saltwater Ambitions site or any of the social media pages, I thought I'd catch you up, and then if you like things or if you want more information, you can certainly choose to follow us moving forward. What you're looking at right now is the main display tank that's built into the wall behind the bar. As you can see, the entire thing's framed out in cedar. The display tank itself is a lifetime aquarium that I had custom built by the folks at customaquariums.com. Really super high quality build. They use an anodized aluminum frame system and really high quality materials and process for building their displays. I highly recommend you check out customaquariums.com if you're interested in ordering something that will truly last you for a lifetime. The tank itself is lit by 3 Aqua Illumination Hydra 52 HD light fixtures. I really like those units. They're completely controllable by an app on my iPhone or iPad. It allows you to set up different light scenarios with sunrise and sunset, moonlight features. You could even create thunderstorm settings if you wanted to. The entire thing is programmable and certainly set up to be adjustable for whatever your needs are. The lights are mounted about 10 inches above the top of the glass lids on the tank, and that really gives me all the lighting that I need. Inside the tank itself, you can see there are 4 multi-directional outputs that actually have siphon stoppers on them. Those will allow me to get the water flow moving in basically any direction I want within the tank, and they prevent an overflow in the sump in the event of a power outage, so the water will not completely siphon out of the tank into the sump and cause a disaster basically. You also see there are 3 H2 overflow units from Custom Aquariums as well. These things are really nice. They're giving me 3,600 gallons an hour of water flow into my sump. And what I like about them, if you notice, they're up at the top there and you really have to look to see them, but when you back away and you're looking at the display, they sort of disappear in behind the frame. They keep the water level really high in the tank, and you don't have a big overflow box or a corner overflow. You don't have to worry about aquascaping or reefscaping around an overflow box, so it gives you a really clean look and feel for anybody that's looking for that as part of their build. Let me show you what's running behind the scenes here. Now, as you can see, I've got a seamless sump solution that's also from Custom Aquariums. These are 4 individual pieces that are all tied together via either bulkhead and flexible tube solution, as you see on the bottom, or on the top here there are a couple of overflow drains that flow into the different tubs. These things are super high quality as well. They're made out of a great material that's, very flexible. You can drill them for whatever your needs are. They're really, really durable, so you don't have to worry about anything cracking, breaking, or fading. The first tub that you see here is the protein skimmer tub. The protein skimmer itself is a Reef Octopus Regal 300 INT protein skimmer that's run by a Vario 6S pump. The entire thing is controlled by a controller unit. It's a 5-speed adjustable controller unit that has 2 different pause settings for feeding and doing maintenance. Also, I've got a float switch attached to the protein skimmer so that if the skimmate tank were to ever get to dangerous level, we wouldn't want that nasty stuff to overflow, so that will shut off the pump on the protein skimmer. Then we have the Stealth Box overflow that's running out of the, running from those H2 overflows down through this PVC into a giant sock tub here. The sock tub is super large, helps with water volume, and the sock tubs will catch any particles that are coming out of the water. Then running out of both sides, one way into the protein skimmer and the other way into this baffle tub. On the left side of the baffle tub, there are about 5 trays of different media for the filtration, and then I also have a 300-watt titanium Finex heater in the baffle tub as well. So doing that allows you to heat the tank without having a heater in your main display. I really like the way that keeps things clean. There are 4 Seache Syncra 4.0 return pumps in this baffle tub as well that all flow out As you can see, I've got the Finex controller for the heater. It's set to, well, right now it's running at 80 degrees. Gives me a visual on what the temperature is in the tank, but it also has audible alarm, so I've got it set to within a couple degrees. If the water gets too cold, I'll certainly know about it. If it gets too warm, the thing will actually shut off and I don't have to worry about overheating the tank, and the audible alarms will alert me, and I can take care of that right away. I also have this Coral Life 18 watt UV sterilizer that's being driven by return pump 3 here. And then I also have this little T, and a lot of people have asked me about this. It's set up between the hose on the return pump 4, and the purpose of this is actually to keep the water moving in this last tank. This last reservoir I used to fill with RODI water, and it's basically a top-off situation. But I don't want the water stagnant in this tank, so the water is flowing through this hose right here and just basically circulating the water in this evaporation tank. The other hose I thought is a great solution as well. I like to drip acclimate any livestock that I put in the tank, and rather than creating a siphon every time, I actually have this guy with some drip emitters on the end, and all I have to do is pinpoint dial this in, and I have basically a drip solution ready to go without setting up any sort of siphon out of the actual display tank. It's worked out well so far, and I've used that solution for all the livestock that's in the tank. So the main display is sitting on this steel stand that I also had purchased from Custom Aquariums. They did a great job with this stand. I had it powder coated black. All of the welds on this thing are basically perfect. It's a very clean look. As you can see, the top of the stand, I've got a piece of plywood across the top of it with also a piece of foam on top of that. So the entire display tank is sitting on that foam. Helps with leveling and really prevents any damage via cracking, or if something were to be underneath there. I would recommend that you do put your tank on some type of foam just for that purpose. So this is basically the build as it sits right now. It's been running for several months. I've got a schedule for all of my testing and whatnot that I do at minimum weekly. Do a cleaning and a testing. I just use the API test kits for about half a dozen or more different things. And this is really where it's at, guys. So if you have any questions for me, let me know. I'd be happy to talk about it. Or feel free to Google Saltwater Ambitions and join the community that I'm trying to put together. You have the ability to create your own profile on the site and post pictures of your own tanks or your livestock, or really whatever you want, and certainly communicate with other people that are in the community that way. So if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'll talk to you soon, guys. Thanks for watching.